Oh man, don't tell me that one's leaking. Does that sound like, oh my, it's leaning forward, first one. Whoa, that was not, what the? What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt. I've got Anthony here from the Driver Mod. He's helping us out with the C8 today. We got a bunch to do, as you can see. Oil filter, oil, air filter. We got some lowering collars. We're actually raising the car up with the lowering collars. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. And then we have to do our rear shock on the Corvette. The rear right shock is out. So we're gonna be replacing that. Anthony brought some quick jacks today. So we're gonna,
these things work.
And we're gonna see if we can use them. The car's we got about 3 inches of clearance there, so.
I've already used these a couple times. I've lifted up the GT350, I've lifted up the Fusion with them, so I know they work and we're not gonna die. I'm just worried about how low that thing is.
All right, let's see how we're looking here.
Ooh. Oh my.
Actually, let's
we're gonna have to use the lift.
How are we looking now?
Here we got the front is just
one,
there.
oh my god. Oh my god, that barely slides on there. You've got like a 1/4 inch maybe. So get this thing centered.
Alright, I found one.
Oh, my puck's all the way back here.
Oh, really?
Can you go back like a foot?
A foot?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No? Well, we gotta go back to the old-fashioned way. Ugh.
That's a total downer.
So it's not even the fact that it's a Liberty Walk or it's lowered or anything. Where the actual mounting pucks are for the Corvette just won't work with this model quick jack, right?
Longer ones.
I think they do, but this is what, the 5000 or something?
TL7000.
TL7000. So that one's a little too short for the C8.
When I get my Z06, I have to get
Yeah,
a
bro.
new trailer. I have to get.
Oh, actually, no, the trailer you might not have to do. No, I think the C8, the
Z06
Z06 is 3.5. This is 4 inches on each side. So this is 8 inches wider than a stock C8.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, Anthony just got an awesome trailer, all aluminum trailer with a guard in the front.
Rock guard.
We were gonna drive this thing to Vegas for SEMA. Well, we still might be. We might be actually driving the car. We're gonna put on the trailer. His trailer measured out to what, 81 inches?
81 inches.
81 inches. It was low profile one. It went all the way to the ground, everything. We were gonna be good to go with the front splitter. This thing from wheel to wheel, outside edge of the wheel, down there, the opposite side, 83 inches, so 2 inches wider. Yeah. So this thing's not getting on a trailer. All right, so originally we got the CCO collars on there. They dropped the front end 1 inch. However, I'm having some issues with the front end. I think after about like 90, 100 mile an hour, I'm getting so much downforce that it's pulling the front fenders down, and I think I'm hitting my front tires on the inner fenders. Not on this side, only on that side, and that may be because my shock is gone. So we're gonna do this for a couple of reasons. I'm just trying to get a little more ground clearance. I should have showed you guys this when the car was on the ground. The front end sits a lot lower than the rear does. I got like a 1 inch gap on the rear, and I got like no gap on the front, so that ½ inch will kind of like make it even across, give us a little more ground clearance, and hopefully I'll be able to go, above 100 mile an hour. Not on the streets, but drag, racetrack, stuff like that. So spectator drags, yeah. So they have spectator drags, what, next weekend? Yeah. Anthony's gonna go. If we can get this thing good to go tonight, we're gonna take it out, take it on the highway, make sure we can take some corners, some on-ramps, stuff like that. And then if it's good to go, we might head out to spectator drags for our 3rd one.
Round 1, me and you.
Oh yeah, you wanted that quick? If you guys have been to the channel for a while, we went to 2 spectator drags so far. We went to the first one when the car was brand spanking new. I think it was either white, or I think it was blue, wasn't it?
It was blue at the time.
It was blue. I wrapped it blue. We won 1st place. And
if the C8 wins again, it is over. I want to hear a big round of applause if the C8 comes.
back a second time when the car had no panels because it was in the middle of this build, and we got 2nd place. So now I want to take it back a 3rd time, completely built. Hopefully, with the extra air and stuff like that, we'll go a little quicker in the corners, and then try to go and take it one more time. All right, wheel is off. After fighting with this beast for about 30 minutes or so, we finally got it out.
to make it sound worse than it is.
I wanted to show you guys the whole process of breaking it down, but it's a little too dark out here. Essentially what you have is you have 3 bolts here at the top of the hat, and then you got one big one down here at the bottom. On the top of the car, you'll take out the 3 bolts from that hat. And then at the bottom here, you'll take the one out of the bottom there after you take off the 4 for the upper control arm. The tie rod, you have to make sure you get that one off too. But after you get a couple of those off, this thing falls back and then slide out the whole strut. So now we got to get this whole thing taken off. We got to take this hat off. We got to compress the spring, take the hat off. We got to slide all of this off. So you got the hat, you got the spring, you got the lift system right here. And then at the very bottom right there is the collar. So that's what we're going to replace. So we've got our Paragon performance collars. Like I said, we have these CCO lowering collars. These are 1-inch lowering collars. These are 2-staged collars. The actual collar itself lowers the car from stock 3/4 inch. They also have this insert that goes inside of this that'll make this only lowering 3/8 of an inch. Pretty cool, huh? So 1 full inch.
I want to do this twice.
Oh no, bro, we're going up 1/2 inch. So basically, I'm gonna put the spacer in here. So we're basically only dropping 3/8 inch from stock. Right now we're 1 inch from stock, so we should go up about 0.6 inches. The kit does also come with a depinning tool if you guys have mag ride, and then it also comes with a socket. So that's what we'll use to pull that top hat off.
If they've got the harness there, right?
So so some of them have mag ride. So if they had mag ride, they'd have wires coming into here, and then you have to like depin it, pull it out, but we don't have to deal with that. All right, guys. So if y'all are taking on this job, it took us a few times to figure out which spring compressors to get. So if you go to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, all those, they all have different types. This one right here is the one you want. It's the thinner, I think thinner profile, or the legs aren't as thick, so it slides in between the springs and stuff. So this is the exact one you want. All right, guys. So we got that top hat off. We had that one nut to take off. The spring is still compressed. It all came off together. Oh man, don't tell me that one's leaking. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That one's already been replaced. The other one's already been replaced. That one's been no, that one hasn't been replaced. This one's getting replaced today. So I wouldn't be surprised, but that would suck because we already have it apart. Are you testing it out?
I mean,
Compresses. Is that how it's supposed to work?
I mean, it's supposed to return, and it did. It just, I don't know. I've never felt one before, so I don't know how stiff it's supposed to be, but to me, it feels pretty easy.
That worries me. Would it come off of the lift here? May have a slow leak on the lift. I think I did hear about someone having a leak on the lift system. All right, guys, so we went over to the driver's side. Went ahead and took the strut out on this side so we can compare it to the other side. We want to compress it. Let me see if there's any fluid on this one. Oh, so that's the cap, yeah.
So that one came off freely on the last one.
So this is dry, whereas the other one was completely soaked.
I wouldn't say completely.
But it's already starting to leak. I mean, this shock went out at like 7,000 miles. The other front right one went out at 20,000. So the other front right one's actually newer than this one. This is the oldest, newest one.
So basically, every time you change the spark plug, you change the shocks.
Yes, Corvette shocks not that good.
Oh my crap!
At the bottom there, you guys will notice the lowering collar. This is the CCO lowering collar. This is the 1-inch lowering collar. All right, guys. So this was the collar we just took off. This is going to be our new Paragon collar. So like I said, this is a 2-stage collar. So basically, this collar slid down to here, and it dropped an inch. So the factory collar, actually, I don't even remember if there was a collar or if we just went straight down to here. I can't remember. So I think the lift slid down to this point on the factory, and then now the collar allows it to slide past that. So that drops at that, what was that? Was that an inch? Yeah, that's about an inch. So now we're gonna pull that collar off. Now we're gonna slide the new Paragon collar on. So here you'll notice that it's about almost the same right there as the CCO. But then we're gonna add in the little insert. Yeah, it goes on the inside of it. And then it seats all the way down, like so. And then you're gonna slide that bad boy on there. Should slide all the way down. And now you'll notice it comes up a little higher. So I don't know where this was, but I wanna say it was kinda like down here. But it's definitely come up quite a bit. So now we'll go ahead and slide everything back on, the lift, the spring, the hat.
And a little bit more resistance.
Yeah, that one looks like it was a lot harder than the other side. So that means my front right shock is out again.
Oh, doing it back to back actually feels about the same.
About the same? And I don't see more fluid coming out. All right, so we're gonna go with, what are we going with? Are we okay? We think it's gonna be okay, or?
I think it'll leave you stranded.
All right, so now we got this thing figured out. You got the insert in there?
Got it.
Sweet. So we got the lift system. Then we're putting a little cap on there. We got our bump stop. And then our spring, we gotta compress that bad boy. All right, guys, we got both struts put back together. Here's the passenger side. Over here is the driver's side. They're both done. We're gonna get them slapped in there, get this front end put back on the ground, see what our clearance looks like, and then get started on the back one. All right, guys, so we got the passenger side and the driver's side done. Anthony's just over here putting the wheels back on. While Anthony's working on the wheels, I'm gonna install this air filter, this cabin air filter. Actually, one of my subscribers, Michael, I think he's my 700th or 1,000th subscriber. We were wrapping his hood and he hooked me up with an air filter. So I have yet to change it. I've had this car, what, 34,000 miles? And I'm pretty sure, how often are you supposed to change your cabin air filter?
Once every year or two.
It's definitely been a little while. Anyways, if you guys need to change your cabin air filter, you can't really see too well, but right behind the battery, 4 little tabs, you squeeze it and it should just pop right up. Boom, that comes off. Here's your old one. See the airflow? It's going to the back of the car. Let's go and pull that out. Let's see how dirty that bad boy is. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. That's done. We got our new one here. Notice the airflow orientation to the back of the car. Slide her in there. All right, push down in there, and then put that cap back on, and you're all set. Michael, really appreciate you getting me this air filter, man. Needed to change it for a long time. Finally got her done. Oh, that's the wrong way. All right, got the cap on there. Air filter is good to go. All right, air filter's done. Wheels are on. Front suspension is done. Now we just got the oil change and then the rear shock to replace. All right, guys, we just lowered the front end. So now our front end, that gap right there, matches our gap on the rear end. You guys notice I put we have this little platform that we have it up on right now. When we went to go lower it down, we decided that we're gonna jack it back up with the quick jacks because we found 2 mounting points towards the rear. There's the 2 jack points, and then there's a mounting point in the middle, or a jack stand point in the middle. We're gonna use that jack stand point plus the rear one. Since we're not taking the front off, it shouldn't fall backwards, but I don't know, we'll see how this goes. But guys, I'm super pumped about our gap now. This fender used to come all the way down to like here. Now we can actually stick like a finger in there, which I think matches perfectly with the rear. 1 finger, oh baby. Hey guys, if y'all wanna get your lowering collars from Paragon, head over to paragonperf.com. Use my promo code RWDC8 collars. That's gonna get you guys 5% off your lowering collars.
All right, quick, drop a comment. Are we gonna drop the car?
No, shut up. You guys have probably seen when the C8s first came out, they were putting them up on the wrong jacking points, taking the front wheels off, and then of course, all the weight's in the rear now, so it just flopped back. So we're gonna try not to do that today. Oh. Does that sound like, oh my, it's leaning forward. I think it is. Or
all the weight's in the back.
Yeah, you're right. All the weight is in the back, can't lean forward, right? It just looks like it's leaning.
It's an illusion because the front hasn't started to lift yet.
Holy cow. This is cool. Oh. And then you just lower down. What? How high are you gonna go? We're just gonna get away up in the air. Oh God. I don't know why I'm so nervous. The car's like, what, 4 feet in the air? Oh, no. It feels like 4 feet.
Look at that.
What is that? Is that the second lock?
That's the first lock.
That's the first lock. Whoa! That was not, what the, dude! Did you see that? Oh my God, that was so scary. Flip down?
Yeah, it's supposed to catch it and...
I think it's, I want to keep going.
Now.
Ah, okay, all right, I feel a little better. Woo, that is pretty cool. Damn, this thing is up there. Oh, you want higher? Oh my God. This car is flying. What the? What is this? Dude, this is crazy. This is really cool though. Oh, you know what? My niece and nephew just got me a birthday present. Got me this for my birthday, so we can actually use this today when I'm doing the oil change. Dude, this is crazy. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see how high up this is. This is freaking nuts. God, you are a madman. This is crazy.
I wouldn't do anything to your car. I wouldn't do it to my own. Come on.
Dude, this is so cool. I don't know.
Fighter jet mode activate.
Oh my God, that is sketchy, dude.
And now that it's on the lock, so like if this stuff's getting in your way, you can just quick disconnect it.
All right, guys, we got the car up on the jack, quick jacks. Anthony has the rear wheel off now. All right. So Anthony's under here.
It's a long drop for this little pin.
That is a very long drop. Maybe we should have went stage 1 on the quick jacks. Bro, you're gonna hold up what, all 7 quarts that come out of there?
What, do you think that's heavy?
Okay. This guy got on the tonal for one day and he thinks he's all right guys, so oil change on the Corvette, super easy. Unless you're Anthony.
No mess. It's all Photoshop. It's heavily Photoshopped.
What size bolt was that up there? 17?
15.
15 millimeter bolt.
As long as crap, inspect the O-ring on it. What was this oil?
That oil? I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Oh my god, I don't even want to hear it.
You want to see? I'll show you the oil life when we go to reset it.
Refer to my video I did in April of 2020.
Oh god, no. Yeah, no, that oil is old. I'm not gonna lie. It's at 0%. All right, bam. She is done. I would say let's use this for the oil change, but I think Anthony's already done. All done? Let's go check it out. Let's see how he did.
Might be some residue down there. You might need to spray some brake cleaner.
This thing's so cool. I've wanted one of these things since I was 13, working on cars. Finally, at the age of 36, got me one. Thank you, Lexi, Ryan, and Jenny, and Tim. Thank you so much. All right, let's get up under here and show you guys something. Let's see what he did here. Did the oil filter. There's a little oil sitting there on the side of there. No big deal. Probably just from his hand. Yeah. And there is your 15 mil, right? You said 15 mil? 15. Guys, if y'all are changing the oil on the C8 Corvette, I remember we used to use 0W40 Dexos 2. Now we use, well, the 2023s call for the Supercars 0W40 Mobile 1. So we're just gonna go throw it in the 2020. Still haven't got a funnel since last oil change, but thankfully Anthony hooked us up with the NAMS oil one. All right, there goes what, 7?
Yeah.
All right, probably just put half of that last one in there. We went with our AC Delco PF64 oil filter. My neighbors definitely hate me. Probably not the best idea, but we're going for it. All right. Whoa, Jesus. All right, that scared the shit out of me. All right, there we go. Just nice and clean. And then our bolt, no leak. All right, oil change is done.
Hey, you're almost at 35,000 miles.
You changed my oil life? Yeah, it was at 0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was done. I'm almost at what, 35? 35,000 miles. Woo. All right, let's get this strut done so we go for a test drive. 11:30 at night, you know, impact wrench, no big deal. All right, guys, while Anthony's getting that shock out, we're gonna check out the new one. All right, let's see here, get all the plastic out. Woo, there she is. This is our new rear shock. All right, guys, old shock, new shock, spring assembly, the boot, the cap, get it all put back together, toss it in there. All right, guys, car is done. All the wheels are back on, all the shocks are put together, front struts are put back together, air filter's done, oil filter's done, oil change is done. Now, raising her back up, take out these little safety switches, just to drop her right back down. Huge thank you to Anthony for helping me out. I definitely wouldn't be able to get this thing done. It is like midnight right now. My neighbors freaking hate me. Freaking impact gun. About to turn this thing back on again. Tomorrow morning, I'll take you guys for a test drive. All right, guys, she is on the ground. Check that out. It's perfect now. One finger. Matches the rear perfectly. One finger. It looks so much better, guys. And I should have a little more clearance. Should have measured how much I had before, but about 3.5 inches. Which means I was working with 3 before, so. Good morning, guys. As promised, we'll take the Corvette for a little test drive. Make sure that shock is working properly. See if we got a little extra ground clearance with those couplers. And see if she's a little happier with that oil change. Whoa, that engine oil must have been in really bad shape. We're already sitting at 95%. All right, so usually when I pull out of my driveway, I usually scrape just the tiniest little bit. So hopefully that 1/2 inch will get us to where we don't scrape at all. Oh baby, no scrapage. All right, test number 1 complete. If you guys saw last video, down this exact same road coming out from my house, we were trying to just drive straight and it was just so much vibration because that rear shock was out. You can already tell now we are good to go. That rear shock is nice and firm. The car feels like planted now. There's no like crazy bouncing. Man, I can already tell a huge difference. She's back. She's freaking back. Engine already sounds a lot better. Sounds way smoother, a lot happier. All right, guys. Well, I guess the suspension work came out good because we got no more bouncing in the rear. The fronts, actually, I feel like honestly, I can see the difference. Like, I know it's only a ½ inch, but I feel like I'm way up higher in the air. And also before, we were so low that I almost felt like I was getting sucked to the ground all the time. Now, I don't feel that same sensation anymore. Now I feel like I'm up in the air and I'm just gliding across the air instead of just getting pulled down the entire time. I think the angle we were just at, there was just so much downforce that even like 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, I was just getting pulled to the ground. So now we've got it up a little bit. I think now we're just going straight through the air. It feels so much better. Hopefully there's no cops around. Let's get a little quick 0 to 60, huh? She's back, baby. This thing moves. Let's go. Well, guys, I could not be happier with the work that we put in yesterday. The car came out absolutely perfect. It's way more drivable on the street. The stance is perfect. Huge shout out to Paragon for those couplers. Those 2-stage couplers came in really handy. Got me the perfect ride height. Huge thank you to Anthony, man. I could not have done it without him. If you guys don't follow him yet or subscribe to him on his YouTube channel, head over to The Driver Mod on YouTube. Go check him out. Give him some love. But guys, next plans for this car, we're taking it out to the track this week. Make sure you guys watch the next video. We're gonna check to see if she's good for the track. Still have my reservations about that because that front end, that lip is just so low and we don't really have much gap here. I can only imagine when I go into some hard braking corners, that's gonna get compromised. But I don't know, I'm not gonna try to be negative about it. I'm gonna be hopeful. Hopefully it'll work out. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys check out the next video, see if she's track worthy. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Later.